Hi students, this is Ramkumar. Today I am going to deal the chapter Force and Law of Motion for grade 9. In our day-to-day life, we can see the objects which are moving or it may be rest in our surrounding. How the objects are moving or how the objects are coming to the rest position. So for that, what is the basic things we are going to discuss about? For example, this is a car. The car is in a moving condition. So how it is possible to move? Do you know? Yes, because of force. And suppose a car is in a moving position and want to stop it. So for that, what we are going to do? We are going to brake the car. So to apply the brake to the car, there also we are applying the force. So here the force we can say like push or pull operation acts on the object. So this is the simple definition of force, that is a push or pull operation acts on the body. So if we take the force, we can divide into two. So what are they? First one is balance force. The second one is unbalanced force. Balance force and unbalanced force. So before going to the balanced force and unbalanced force, here I want to know about the effects of the force. So by using that force, what are the effects are there? So what are the things we can do by that force? For example, this is the object. Now the object is in a rest position. Now I am going to apply the force. When I apply the force, the object start to move. So the rest position, any object if it is in a rest position, we can change into the movable position. We can change into the movable position. Suppose the object is in a movable position, I want to stop it by applying the force. So this is the effect, that is movable or motion the object, we can change into the rest position. Suppose the object is moving in the straight line, when apply the force, I can change the direction of the force. That is the third effect, we can say direction of the object. We can change the direction of the object. And suppose if we take a spring, I can apply the force, I can change the dimension. That is the fourth thing, that is I can change the dimension of the object. So these are all the basic things you should know about the effects of force. So what is called the force? Push or pull operation acts on a object is called force. And what are the effects of the force? We can change the position of the object, or we can change the dimension of the object. We can change the movable to rest condition, otherwise rest to movable condition. So these are all the effects of force. And now we are coming to this balance and unbalanced force. So what is called balance force? What is called balance force? For example, here this is a object, and here I am going to apply a force. For example, I am applying here 20 Newton I am applying. When I apply the 20 Newton to this object, what will happen? The object try to move towards the opposite direction. For example, this is a east direction, the object moves to the west direction. Suppose here another one object I am taking, this object I am applying 20 Newton, and from opposite I am applying here also 20 Newton. So here what will happen? The object here pushing towards the west direction 20 Newton, and here from this side 20 Newton they are applying towards the east direction. So the object will not move east direction or in west direction. The object is in the same rest position, is nothing but balanced force. And in another one example we can take, suppose the object here I am applying here 20 Newton, and here I am applying 10 Newton. Now what will happen? The object where it move, whether it move in east or whether the object move towards the west? Yes, the object moves towards west. Why towards west it is moving? Because here the force here we applied 20 Newton and here they applied only 10 Newton. So more weight is from the east position. So the object moves towards the west. Now through the formula, if we see this one, now for example I am taking this one like F1 and this is F2. So the net force I can say F1 plus F2. So F1 I can say like 20 Newton plus F2, this is the opposite direction. So here I am mentioning minus 20 Newton, and the 20 Newton plus into minus 20 Newton. So totally 0. So the object is in balanced force. And here same formula I am applying 20 Newton, and here the opposite side it is 10 Newton, and we can get the net force 10 Newton. So in these three cases, case 1, case 2, case 3, in these three cases, which are balanced force and which are unbalanced force? The case 1 is a unbalanced force, and case 2 is a balanced force, and case 3 is a unbalanced force. So the conclusion is, the unbalanced force compulsory the object move or it changes the direction, and in balanced force the object is at rest, it never changes the position. Okay. Right. Any object, if the object is at rest, always it want to be at rest, it remains rest. Suppose the object want to be in motion, always the object want to be in motion only. So how we can say this one? For example, you are sitting in the car, and when the car just it is moving, and suddenly the driver applies the brake. When he apply the brake, whether you will fall or simply you will sit in the car? Yes, you will fall forward or backward? Yes, you will fall forward. Why you are falling the forward? When the car is in rest position, suddenly when the driver takes the car, your body falls backward. Yes or no? So only we are wearing the seat belt. So what is the fact, science fact behind this one? Because of the inertia. Because of the inertia. This is simply we can say law of inertia or first law of motion. First law of motion. And in this inertia, I already said, when the object want to be always at rest, otherwise always it want to be in motion. When any external force apply on it, then the object may changes. So what the first law of motion, the Newton is saying, the object remains rest or motion unless the external force applies on it. So this is the definition of first law of motion. So children, you don't by heart the definition. So here you have to understand the concept. What is the concept here? The object remains rest or motion. I already said this is the object. It may be rest or it may be motion unless the external force applies on it. When the external force, when it apply, then only it try to come to the rest position or it try to come to the motion position. Until that it will be in previous condition only. So this thing the Newton's first law of motion says to us. And what about inertia? So this is one part of like first law of motion, or we can say the another name of first law of motion is law of inertia, we can say. So what the law of inertia, what it is saying? Inertia is a natural tendency of an object to resist a change in state of motion or of rest. So this definition also don't by heart or don't remember, just you see the concept and easily you can understand. I gave one example for you. When you are sitting in the car is in a moving position, suddenly the driver applies the brake, then your body comes to forward, yes or no? So here the way you are coming forward, you want to try to be in rest position only. You want to try to be in rest position, so it is coming forward. So that only the inertia concept it is saying. The inertia is a natural tendency of an object. Any object, it resist means it is trying to avoid the change in state, whether motion to rest or rest to motion of the body. So this the inertia concept you have to understand, and it is connected with the first law of motion. Now I will show one activity. So through the activity you can understand easily the concept of the inertia. Our activity, the inertia activity or first law of motion. Okay, very good. I hope all you understand about the inertia and first law of motion. And the next class we will move to the second law of motion with a different activity where you will get the more interest on it. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody, this is Kiriti Damaraju. Like, share and subscribe to Syera TV. Oh, Syera!